thrilling final lap 2 weeks ago saw Philip Hammer take the opening A final victory of the season in the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup. Tonight we head to Red Bull Ring for round 2 of the season to see if the season 11 champion can keep up his strong form. Welcome to the Apex Racing TV esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick. Alongside me is David Sampson, and we've got 4 races of action in store for you today. And David, if it's anything like what we saw back at Spa, we're in for a very good day of racing, because the B final and the A final in particular were super competitive and super entertaining.
Yeah, we got a lot of drivers. Red Bull Ring, 4 heat races. This is going to be spicy. Yeah, there's going to be a lot to play for. Spa was a shame, maybe. It was a thriller of an end. Like, I really remember that race very well. Yeah, let's see how they do. We've got a lot of fast drivers. We've got a lot of drivers, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to see this pans out.
Let's have a look at the previous race highlights, then have a recap of what happened. And it was this man, Liska, who in his first ever event dominated qualifying. He was 4/10 clear of everyone.
Yeah, it was. Domination is the correct word.
And we had a good start for Ola at the start of Heat 1. The drivers managing to avoid most issues. There was a bit of contact a little bit further back. And then, of course, we had this incident where Ola accidentally sort of went for the race lead. There was a little bit of bumping. Then there was some further contact a bit further down, and that sort of put some of our top drivers on the back foot.
Yes, indeed. Spa always brings out the best racing. But there was a lot of cars. This was challenging, for sure.
Liska held on against Ola for the race win. And yeah, you saw before there, Salvatore Lane have a late spin, which cost him a spot in the top 12. Then we went again. Pascal Costa with a brilliant start to yeah, be in the lead on the race 2 start, or the Heat 2 start. Philip Hammer having to retake 2nd place down to Leikun.
Yeah, thriller. So I've just remembered this was heat racing. I almost thought this was a long one and we're going into heat, but they were both heat.
Yeah, and this was Anthony Bonan with a nice move to go up into the top 12. Once again, that top 12 is so important. And once again, there were no changes for the lead, really. Pascal Costa managing to win Heat 2. Then we went into the B final. And it looked very good for Sazy Esport, didn't it? Because they were on the front row of the grid, but unfortunately, fuel issues later on in the race. Spot disaster for them. This was also a disaster, which you didn't quite see.
Yeah, that did not go well. Yeah, the CZ Sports, I've just remembered they've got a lot of drivers. Interesting to see how they get on. Yeah, with that fuel blunder, it really put them out of contention.
Yeah, there was some absolutely thrilling battles, but they started falling down on the final lap. The likes of Lane trying to squeeze into the A final and trying to squeeze up the inside as well of Lafanya. And then this was pretty much the moment that it was over for the Sazy Sports drivers. They had absolutely no run towards the end of the race, and that sealed their fate. And the top 6 went through to the A final.
Yeah, brilliant. Very good race. It's going to be a little bit different here at Red Bull Ring. Some different challenges with the 3D curbs and the almighty off-track system.
It was a terrible race start for Costa. You can see there he started in P2 after winning his heat, but fell backwards. Tobias Olsen causing some issues as well down at Leikun. There was this unfortunate incident where Birdies got spun by Sick, and also there was a poor rejoin as well, so a further penalty being given to that driver. Then we had this thrilling final lap, and this move was how it all started. Ola managing to go round the outside at Leikun, and he just had to hold on for half a lap more.
Yeah, I mean, Ola certainly had the pace, but I mean, Liska, that qualifying lap for Liska was special. And then, yeah, this summed up the whole day. So well handled by Philip there, so well handled.
Managed to navigate his way through. And yeah, the driver who didn't win a final all of last season, he was 2nd or 3rd most of the time, but he never actually won one. First attempt, he managed to take it. So very strong for him. That means that the championship standings after 1 round, of course, we take the points not just from the A final and the B final, but also the heats as well. But you get most of your points from the A final and B final. So Hammer obviously is the championship leader by 2 points ahead of Pascal Costa. But in that pro category in particular, there are so many great drivers, and we saw a couple of our 9-10K drivers struggling to get in the top 8.
Yeah, we are not done on the points schedule as well. 100% Spa, it brings out the best in drivers, but they need to know all these other tracks on the calendar. Everybody knows Spa. I think we're in for quite the title fight.
Porto Ruiz was on fantastic form. He managed to win in the Pro-Ams last time out ahead of Lindelof and co. In the amateurs, after the first round of the championship, Daniel Patterson managed to get into the A final. So too did Lean Weigel, and that means that they've got a little bit of a gap to the others. Getting into the A final is going to be oh so important for those guys this season.
Yeah, 100%. That's how you win your championship in AM. You can build a massive gap in qualifying by securing some extra points there. Because obviously you're pointed by finish, not by finish in your class.
Exactly. And in the teams championship, Impulse Racing by TAM livery with the advantage, but yeah, certainly not conclusive. Of course, Philip Hammer, who's championship leader, is actually a privateer this season, so he's got a lot of points to his name, but they're not going to anyone in the team. So yes, we'll see how those get on. In terms of the calendar, this is round 2 of the season. Of course, the final few rounds still to be decided, and then we head to Interlagos next time, and then Monza will be our first hour-long race.
Yeah, I mean, those two tracks, I mean, we've had 2 good tracks, but Interlagos and Monza are 2 of my favourites, 100%, especially in Porsche Cup.
Yeah, we visit those 2 circuits a lot in this series, and yeah, it'll be good to go back there again. And in terms of the format for today, it is the heat racing format once again. So we've got the 10-minute heat 1, 10-minute heat 2, and then we've got the consolation and the A final. Slightly longer as the races go on. And it's the top 12 go through from the heats, the top 6 from the B final. And in terms of the weather today, there is no rain on the forecast at all. So it'll be a dry one. But after last time out at Brands Hatch, I'm all right having a slight time off. Anyone who didn't see the Touring Car Championship last Thursday.
Thriller.
One of the best races I've commentated on. Sort of half wet, half dry throughout.
So. It was the best, yeah.
And hopefully we get something like that later on this season, particularly in this format with the heats. It works so well. When you've got multiple races and you've got to make that call at the start of each race, it's really, really fun. Yeah. So really looking forward to that later on in the season, because I'm sure it will rain at some point. Let's have a look at our track then and a couple of highlights of it from the past. Red Bull Ring. Is this a good car for this track, you think?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy this combo. It's just technical, especially at the start of the race with T1, T2, the sausage curbs. You just need to be careful. Even being cautious can set up a big calamity or mess for some people. This is an opportunistic dive up area for sure. Holding around the outside gives you the opportunity for the left-hander, but there's just not much grip out there. The sweeping left-hander, we're bound to see a couple of mistakes here. Very technical part of the track here. It's just about keeping that speed and not getting the off track. It is easy to get 3 or 4 a lap here at Red Bull Ring if you go for pace. And
the rule generally is you've got to keep a tyre on the red and white curb, isn't it? Albeit I think at the final corner it's a bit more lenient than that.
Yeah, some of the corners here, it's just clipping the sand can just initiate it here at this track. Quite brutal. But let's just hope we get through T1, okay? I say it's not that much of a dangerous corner off camber uphill, but it's the sausage curbs. I say if you're trying to leave space for your competitor and you hit one, unfortunately, it can cause more damage than had you been aggressive.
Sure, yeah. So keep an eye out for that one. In terms of our picks for today, I have gone for Fran Liska to win today because he was so good in qualifying last time out. Gone for Matteo Apache. Didn't have a great race one or round 1, but is a very, very good Italian driver. And then Lean Weigel, again, didn't win last time out, but I think he was the fastest driver again, qualified very, very well. And I think he might be the favourite for the Amateur Championship at this point. And he's looked very quick in practice so far today as well. So that's my picks.
Yep, good picks. I like those picks. I have gone for the pro, Philip Hammer, of course. Yeah, driver I've been watching on this series, got to know through this series. Very strong driver, very calculated, and picked up the win last round due to calamities ahead. For my prime pick, Anthony Bernard, really strong driver. I think he picked up P3 last race in the Pro-Am division. But yeah, looking strong. And Callum Gibson, seen a couple of times in the Apex Leagues. Very strong driver for AM. So yeah, I'm just feeling confident I will beat you with my picks.
We will see. Yeah, we'll see if we can do better than what we did last season. That is what I'm aiming for. At least I want to get at least 5 predictions correct across the season. So far, I got none of them correct. Let's go to an advert then, and then when we're back, we will be covering the qualifying action for round 2 of the season.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to the very picturesque Red Bull Ring circuit. It's not one of the newest scans on iRacing. I think it was around, what, 2019, I want to say? It was added to the sim, but it is still a very good...
It's newish. It's not the new ones, but it is...
Maybe it is newer than 2019. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. You are probably right. We're going to have to look at this now. And, yeah, welcome to it. It is amateur qualifying at the moment, but towards the end of amateur qualifying at the moment, it's the race winner from last time out, Daniel Patterson, who is setting the pace, and my pick is not doing particularly well. Lean Beagle yet to set an eligible lap time.
Yeah, I'd say early 2023, late 2022. I mean, I remember learning this track when it came out. And you know iRacing, you know the iRacing put on the clip comps, you know, the best 10 of everything. I won that here in LMP2.
Okay.
Won the clip comp thing that iRacing put on, you know, the top 10 of the month thing.
I am digging at the moment. If anyone just knows off the top of their head, Jamie Fluke, our producer for today, has said 2020, which, if that is true, I'm going to take that as a win for myself.
Yeah, if it's 2020, you can have the win, because I said late 22, early 23. You said 2019.
This is not good commentary from us, but we are just staring at a screen at the moment. Okay, maybe later on we'll find it out. Let's focus on
Lewis is going to look into it.
Steve Clays has gone fastest in Sector 1, so good signs for Clays as it stands, but it is the shortest sector, Sector 1. I think it might just be T1. So there's not a whole lot to gain there. And then Sector 2 is much longer, and then the Sector 3, I think, is from this point onwards around the circuit. So, yeah, watch out for Clays. Had a pretty good round 1 at Spa.
Alan in chat is saying June 21. So who wins? That splits the difference between us, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we're both not very smart. Quentin Rocher goes up to 5th place. What can Luno do? I think that is beyond the green. I think you've got to stay on the green through that final corner. And he did not improve. Steve Clays crosses the line. And despite it being a very good Sector 1, he maybe was a little bit held up in that final sector. And he can manage P5. And that would be the end of his qualifying.
Yep, let's see. How long have they got? Oh, this is their last lap, right?
Yes.
10 minutes, yeah, so they can't go for another.
Evan Charney isn't really pushing out there, it looks like, so he'll stay in 7th place. can see the pro-ams also filing out of the track, filing out onto track now. Still got a couple more drivers to set their final lap time. Iglesias is out there. The very colourful ACA esports livery.
My pick did not fare well. P12 in AM.
Yeah, not good for Callum Gibson. I feel like he may have done better than my pick, though.
Who's yours?
Lean Weigel did not set a lap time. Had 3 attempts. They were all invalid, I think. That is a huge mistake from Lean. And, I mean, you did identify earlier on how it is easy to get the off-tracks here, and Lean has demonstrated that.
It's absolutely brutal.
And, yeah, his chance of getting to the A-file now very, very slim.
It's one of those tracks where, yeah, like lots of tracks there's off-track options, but here there's so much pace for them.
Sure,
like,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
There's no physical deterrent for...
Correct. The more
going beyond the
you
track.
stretch it, the faster you go.
Yeah.
Like here, look, you leave the track, so you keep just one pixel of a tyre on, there you go, the white line and the yellow curb in there. So, I mean, you can see. Now, that's a clever trick if you're setting up the lap. The next lap is a clever trick. Other sims, that would say invalid lap and the next one. Oof.
Well, we sort of have that on iRacing, don't we, when it comes to a slowdown?
Correct,
you,
yeah.
But, yeah, they don't police it for this track at least, as Axelson having enough of that. Who picks up a 1 extra one to get a new set of tyres on. Axelson is an AM, apologies, so thank you to our producer for identifying that one. That might be a penalty, actually, for Axelson, and when I say it might be a penalty, it will be a penalty.
Yeah, because he completed the lap.
Completed that. Should have gone back to the pits. Won't be, you know, he won't be particularly harmed by it, but...
3 race suspension.
And you call me harsh. Big lock.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see lots of this livery.
That was Lindelof, maybe? Went straight on.
Do you like this track?
I don't drive this track much. I don't particularly like it, though, no. I just find it too wide. Not really that many fun corners. I feel like I'm always limited on grip, and I don't know where the edge of the circuit is.
Right, I mean, you watching the lap, as you can see, you don't spend much time on the asphalt.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, T1's it's crazy what we do to go up to the limit. You drive up to the asphalt, then you leave the track and leave a pixel on the white, slam the inside, cut all the way out to the outside, leaving your right tyres just about touching the red and white.
Salvatore Lani with a nice lap time, goes up to P3, but the this car generally gets faster over the first few laps, so Salvatore Lani's not finding that. He has smashed into the wall, so expect them to improve.
That's what we do not want to see on lap 1, because it causes a right cluster.
Nick Horn asking us in chat, Sam and David, who's your pick for Wooden Spoon? Well, Nick, you'd be near the top because you are the lowest I-rated driver, and of course we do have this joke that you are the the last place driver. I wouldn't say slowest driver, but last place driver in the championship because of your I-rating. But you're not last. It's Philip Weber who was last in amateur qualifying. So I guess Philip might be getting a Wooden Spoon. And if it weren't for the amount of cost it would pay to send everyone a Wooden Spoon, we would send out a Wooden Spoon to all the last place drivers, but it would take some of the budget.
As we ride on board with Lindelof, see how he takes this last complex. It's all about knowing, like Sam mentioned, he doesn't know how far you can track out. Keeping your right tyres just on that green enough. Yeah. Too wide there. Set up the run for next lap. Although it did sound like he lifted, so...
Origi up into second, Gordon Marshall up into third.
Yeah, but more importantly, Patterson holding on to that pole at the moment.
Yeah, although I think this last lap, I think this next lap, so it might be the peak of the tyres. It is weird on Apex Racing TV. We haven't got too many concurrent series at the moment. We've maybe got, you know, sort of 6 or 7 series currently active. 3 of them are in the Porsche Cup. We've got more Porsche Cup leagues going on than GT3 leagues, which is very strange. But between the Danny Lee series, the Simware series, and this series, Porsche Cup's very active on Apex Racing TV, so hopefully our subscribers are happy about it.
It's got a bit more draft than GT3s. It creates a bit more race than GT3s. The tyre model's a lot better than GT3s. There's no bop. Everybody has equal machine, so you don't feel like you're missing out track to track, like you pick a car and then you have to go to your weak track. So, I mean, I can see the appeal. I really can. And if you're aspiring for esports and want to, or even just want to grow your driving a bit, I mean, let's face it, it's controversial, my statement, but ABS does not belong in motor racing.
Sure.
Hashtag bring back GTE Prime days. Oh my. Yeah, that's all I want back.
Gazer goes to the top, ahead of his teammate Miroch. Lindelof into 3rd place, so they are still finding more and more time with each of these laps. Lindelof's got a little bit of a draft from the cars ahead. That might be a nice position to be in. Nick Horn saying maybe I should sponsor a wooden spoon for the championship. That does sound like a ploy from Nick to get a lot of wooden spoons, to be honest. So I'm a bit skeptical of that one.
Collection. Well, if he's sponsoring it, then that's fine.
Yeah, it'd be a roundabout way to get some wooden spoons.
Okay, the CZ boys starting to put the lap times in. So Daniel Patterson's dropped to 4th, obviously 1st in class, and a big gap to Baptiste, who has an even bigger gap to Ruben. So this is how you win the AM Championship. I mention this every season, but this is how it's done. Building a big gap between your opponents in points. Right, as we watch this from Lucas.
Yeah, hasn't set a lap time so far, has Lucas Seidor. This lap.
That was close. That was really close to the 1X, but not. Right, let's see. Does he get this chuck right? We're going to get over to the left, open it up, get onto the white line, just about touch the inside curb. Oh, he's very unconfident on the track out. No. I mean, he managed it, but it was really slow.
I think this will be P12 for Seidor. It's a pretty good lap so far.
I think lower. 18th.
Oh, 18th.
Yeah, that last sector was pretty slow. You need to get the line on the entry. You can't be fixing it with the throttle mid corner. It's not a flat corner, no, but you should be carrying a lot of speed.
F1 Jamie asking, when's next GT3 League? Well, from Apex Racing League, we'll be hosting the Apex Racing League GT3 Trophy before too long, so keep an eye on the Apex Racing League Discord. Join that via the link in the description below. Hoping to maybe get that up and running within the next, certainly within the next couple of months. Won't be a studio broadcast, but yeah, will be good to see that. And we might have the return of Apex Racing League Endurance as well, and if that comes back.
Won't be a studio broadcast?
The GT3 Trophy will not, no.
Oh.
We're basically booked out with between this and the Touring Car Championship. And then hopefully Endurance as well.
Yeah,
We're
true, the
basically
Endurance.
booked out for the next few months on Thursday nights.
Got you.
Unless you want to come out and do you want to spend more time with me?
Oh, that's what I was
on a Tuesday
hinting
as well?
at. Yeah, that's what I was hinting at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's just opening it up, ready for the next lap.
So it's basically keeping a tyre on the like the groove on the curb, isn't it? Yeah, like
On
the
the
green
green, yeah.
curbing, not the red and white curbing through there.
Yeah, I mean, you can go all over the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hapacha up to, was it Hapacha moving up or?
Or one
I feel
drop.
like someone did.
Yeah, I think Kapachi there moved up to 3rd.
Oh yeah, he did. It's just confusing me because we can only see half the drivers at any one time because of the just because the way iRacing works, not even our scoring systems work. Getski goes up to 10th place, and look at that! Consuegra moves up to the top by half a tenth. It's very, very close.
Yes, indeed. Very
I don't remember
close.
if Daniel was around last week. I don't think he was not, because his number is wrong. So he only joined the league I mean, he signed up to the league, but he only joined the iRacing league a couple of hours ago.
How did he get 4.9k and be in Pro-Am? Oh, yeah, I remembered. I would be in Pro-Am.
Yeah.
At 5.96k, yeah, okay.
It's the cut-off.
I think it's more than that. I think the lowest is 6.4, I think.
Yeah, Apache is the highest.
That's mad.
6.1. Yeah.
Z in chat, yes, you have to capital C commit to those last corners, yeah. I received such hate online for that clip I won from the iRacing thing in LMP2 because, yeah, all right, I took an off track on the both here and on the here. I off tracked both, but it was the last 2 corners of the race, and I split a GT3 and a prototype down the middle and passed the GT3 around the last corner. iRacing loved it. Everyone else was like, yeah, all the F1 fans were like, you have to give that position back. You overtook off the racing surface.
All right.
Yeah. I got it done.
This guy's not Moron. That's Moroch.
Very good.
Thank you. Michael Santos, thank you for subscribing. But yeah, Moroch improved his time, which might put him ahead of a couple of pro drivers, but it is so close. And I do say that a lot, and I do try to hold myself from holding it.
No, 1.8 tenths to the top 8.
Close. Yeah, compared to last time out, when at one point one of the pros was 7 tenths faster than everyone else.
Okay, as we follow Ola's first attempt. A pro driver, very quick last race. This is looking good. Can track it a little further there, but I mean, it's been a while since I drove the Porsche Cup round here. He didn't unsettle the suspension, which is always good for getting a banker in. And that's probably key here at Red Bull Ring as well. So going to see him get over all the way to the left, under 100 broad, brake down to 3rd, 2nd, inside curb. That's pretty good. I'm actually not going to comment on Ola's driving because he's probably a lot quicker than me. Here, very difficult corner because the lock-up's off camber to the left on the bumpy surface, and there's so little grip here. The line's always difficult to judge. It is just about traction. And get yourself slowly back over to the right. You can't... Oh, no, he's given up. Here, when you open it up, you just... For some iRacing reason, you just can't go out as far right as you would on, say, this corner and all the previous ones.
Yeah.
I think they use the middle of your car rather than, say, your left tyres. Here, it's quite simple, the gravel. I mean, it is technically possible to get the 1X without the gravel on that corner, but you have to be on a bit of a weird line.
Yeah, you sort of have to be too early or too late.
To clip the inside curb, although they seem to be hitting it quite hard in this car. And this last corner does, I don't care who you are, what your rating is, it can get you a little nervous. It's quite difficult to judge that exit because of the curb hit and how 3D curbs have changed the game a little bit over the years. Like, you never quite know what you're going to get or how your car's going to react to you, and you already know there's only a millimetre in it, so it can be quite nerve-wracking.
So it's a Hungarian 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th right now. SDK esports very much occupying many of the top places, and expect these times to get faster. Probably lap 3 or lap 4 will be.
I thought that was just an Italian flag on its side.
I'm sure the 10 Hungarians in the championship will really love me after saying that. We do. I mean, as a Brit, though, we have a platform to criticise other people's flags because our flag is very good. Say what you want about the United Kingdom, our flag is not one of our problems. It is a unique design.
My problem
it's easy to draw.
What flag? England or United Kingdom?
Well, English flag is a bit rubbish, right? A bit dull. United Kingdom. It's the fact that it brings all the flags together, apart from Wales.
Yeah.
I mean, if we had a dragon on it, that would make it a perfect flag.
I tell people I'm born in England. My passport says United Kingdom, and I tell people I'm British.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And apparently in America, I'm in Europe. So apart from those 4 distinctions, it's brilliant being
What do you call yourself? Do you call yourself English in the US? If you say I'm British, do they know what you mean?
I don't know. I usually identify with England, English, those terms.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a European, United Kingdom, British, England person.
Yeah.
With 2 flags.
Yeah. I mean, you've been called much worse.
Correct, by you.
Yeah. So Daniel Ola goes quite far ahead of the rest. 2 tenths to a second, maybe had a nice draft, did Ola. Pala in second place. Lazarus moves up to third. Philip Hammer currently in fifth. He's just behind David Toth. Thomas Simon did not improve on his second lap, so I expect him to find quite a lot of improvement there.
Yeah, that is quite the gap we saw from Daniela there. If we look at the next 2/10 gap, it's more like 2nd to 8th, so that's quite dominant.
I think there's a lot of improvement, though, still to come. I think someone will get into the 30s. Won't necessarily be Ola, but I think someone is gonna find it. This man could be the guy who does it, Fran Liska, because he was on pole last time out by about 0.4 of a second, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of it was down to a draft. He had a phenomenal first sector at Spa, which is all straights really, and that really helped him on his way. And he's behind his teammate right now.
It was a
trying to get
phenomenal
draft.
lap. I mean, his race pace was good, great, but that qualifying lap was ridiculous compared to everyone.
He's messed up this lap though. And now he's not going to have a draft for the next lap, so it's not going the way that the Polish driver wanted.
Yeah, I mean, you can set a decent lap round here without the draft. I mean, I need to drive Porsche Cup more, to be honest.
This could be a good time here from Lazarus because he had a nice draft throughout
Nice
the lap.
improvement from Hammer there, up to P3.
Liska does move up to P5, despite the mistake he made. I mean, there's a lot of time for Liska to have because he was miles away from one of the apexes.
Hopefully Corey Lazarus can have a good race here. He got taken out in that instant we showed with the
Tobias
lockup.
Olsen.
Yeah. And we know Lazarus is a good racer. We saw him battling with, what, Philip Hammer 3 seasons ago? 2 seasons ago?
Olsen still yet to set a lap time. Pascal Costa has not set a lap time so far. He went out, did 1 lap, but he has not set a lap time yet. So watch out for Costa to appear near the top. Still got a bit of time to go. Here he is. And this is the other session then. So the way that iRacing works it out is that we have 52 drivers, 53 drivers today. The first 30 go into one sort of track, and then the next 23 go into another track. So you can find yourself very lonely, depending on, you know...
Wait, what? Explain? There's 2 qualifying sessions?
There's 2 qualifying sessions.
No.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I mean, I haven't done a ton of heat racing or hosting heat, but...
Yeah, so however big the maximum size for Heat 1 is, that is how many is in the first group. So the first 30 drivers who sign up for the practice get put into the first.
Well, you've ruined it now, because now all we're going to have is people joining at the last second.
So to be in the second group.
Yeah, they're quite a group in qualifying. Oh, that's what I would be in.
Well, you won't be with your teammates though, right?
No, mate, I want to just log my lap. I don't want any of this draft
It's
open.
not working for Pascal Costa right now because he still hasn't set a lap.
Well, that probably has more to do with that you've got to stay on the track.
Sure.
To set a Q lap, you first have to not get a 1x.
But the other, so he's, to be fair, Daniel Ola's actually in this second group, and he is currently on provisional pole. Varga, Pallad, Simon, Mihailides, and Vargas Costa. And maybe this is actually the first group, and then the other group is the second group. But yeah, these guys all seem a bit more spread out. But yeah, it is weird, and it is really annoying for us because we can only see the times for the drivers who we are currently watching in terms of like this session. We can't see what's going on in the other session. It'll show up on our timing tab, but we can't see the sector times and stuff.
Confirmed. David hates his teammates. No, I just don't like them getting in my way. If they're willing to give me draft outline straights and then abandon it for the corners, then I'll settle.
Sure.
By the way, oi.
So Thomas Simon on a bad lap. This isn't a proper lap for Simon, so...
Did we report on Rafael getting P2 there?
I don't think we did. He took a while to set a lap as well.
He did. Oh,
Oh,
as David
Toth.
Toth. Our 10K driver slapping, whereas at Spa, struggled would be a...
Yeah. Got beat by a pro-am, right? Porto Ruiz.
Yeah.
Costa moves up to 7th. And the drivers have got to complete their lap before the 32 minutes is up. Vargas up to 11th. The pro drivers have done really well here because Consuegra, who set a good lap time, is now down to 12th.
We do have a pro sat in 41st. Grakjan, I don't know how to pronounce either
Bubok. Gretchen Bubok.
Yeah, GB. Needs this lap. Because I keep saying about how an AM wins a championship, like, you know, how you score well. Well, this would be awful.
Corby Warren as well is now in 24th place. Corby's a very quality driver, should be up in the top 10 really. So he's got time to find. Rafael Solcisek is set a purple second sector orbit. His lap time is so high. Oh, I think that's just, I didn't know what's going on. Buvolk still motoring along. I don't know why some of the lap times are at 4 minutes, but again, that might be something to do with the 2 qualifying runs and timing tower stuff.
Oh, that doesn't sound confident. And that was a big cut on the inside. Ooh, I'm sure it's okay, but it seemed a teeny unnecessary considering how far he didn't track out.
P20 maybe? P32 for Bubok. Only a second off the pace. I know for a fact I would be about 1.5 seconds off the pace if I was out there. So I would be down in probably about 44th.
44th. I don't
Judging by my PEC GB pace.
I wouldn't want to make a prediction. But I think I could hang on to 10th.
Really? That high up?
What did you say it like that for?
Well, I like to.
I'm very strong at this track.
I mean,
sir.
I'm impressed because I mean, genuinely, I would be like, yeah, outside the top 40, genuinely. So I'm just impressed that you would be that high up.
Corey's quicker than me in Porsche Cup for sure.
To be fair, you do PESC All-Stars, don't you? So you do know this car very well.
Yes.
And you've had some good results in it, so.
Thank you.
As your watch shows. Oh, he
Thank
hasn't got the watch on. He's wearing a different watch.
No, it's the same one. It's just heavy, mate. You know, I have to lean my arm down.
Here is the grid then for Heat 1. We have all the odd place drivers going to Heat 1. It's Toth on pole ahead of Soltisek. Then it's Hammer, Costa, Lazarus, Vargas. What a front 3 race that is. Consugra, who was top of the prams in quali. Gazer, Michel Idez, Samuel Lindelow, Origi, Marshall in 12th place. Then it's Beck, Lane, Lampert, Bernand, Iglesias, Parker, Clays, Barth, Nevin Charney, Luno, Interlura, Gibson, Horn, Weber, and Heritage. Heritage had a qualifying ban because he was a naughty boy in round 1. Nick de Beck, absolutely, what a guy. Outside top 40, the man just won a championship yesterday. Well, you know what, Nick, I wasn't going to mention it, but now you've brought it up. I think everyone should know, yeah, I did win the Formula 1 Season 3 championship yesterday. You can check out the Chaz Draycott Media YouTube channel to see my championship win. So,
yes, congratulations.
Thank you for that, Nick. I mean, I did tell David earlier on about it, and he didn't, you know, try to console me by mentioning that I just won the championship. But, you know, that's what real friends are for, Nick. So I appreciate that one.
We just mentioned it in the previous stream, so don't even start.
Yeah, exactly. So you could have mentioned it here.
Yeah, I forgot this was a separate stream. All right, so standing start, Heat 1. David Toff is going to lead us away as long as he remembers to go on green.
And he's got his teammate alongside him, so it'll be very tricky to break down Sazy in this race. I think we have everyone on the grid. So here we go then. It's not actually his teammate on the front row with him. Of course, it's the Impulse Racing driver of Rafael. Let's see what's going to happen. Round 2 of the season, and away we launch. It's not a good start for Rafael.
Slow. Yeah, someone slow at the back there. The red car, very slow.
Hammer might be forced out here. He's going to be overtaken by Costa, or will the former teammates keep it clean through turn 1? They're certainly compromised their runs. And it's a good start for Costa to get past Hammer if he can make that move stick. Behind that, not many changes at all. Interlura with a good start. He's up 3.
Yeah, looking very clean. No major incidents. Last big corner to help decide this, because we've still got a lot of 2 wides. One little contact here, pushing someone onto the 3D curve, and it causes chaos. Brilliant stuff.
Poor start for Patrick Barth. He was maybe the one who you spotted having a bad start because he's down 7.
Yeah, I think he was checking his phone, because that was a really bad reaction.
Costa has got the move done on Philip Hammer.
Where's all the gravel come from? What, they didn't clean the track after qualifying? What is this?
Yeah, that is an option. We put it on don't clean track.
What? You turned off? Wait, mate, there people earn wages doing that.
Honestly, wait till we have like race 2 or something and no one knows that race 1 has just put a bunch of gravel on track, and it's very funny. So it may not happen tonight, but yeah, when you go to somewhere like Laguna Seca, it causes a lot of issues. So holding on to the lead is Top, and Soltacek, despite not having a good launch off the line, the other 2 behind him battled, and it's really allowed Rafael to focus on the car ahead.
Yeah, he's looking fast as the impulse driver.
Alongside further back as well, it's at Mejeldes.
Yeah, I think he's just...
Consuega. And Hammer's got a slowdown as well. And I think another one's got a slowdown. It may be...
that blue car's going straight on. Yeah, he's gone. I have no idea what braking point he saw there.
Gordon Marshall's gaining places and all. That Consugra, he was the one who went straight on.
Yeah, saw that a day before he did, I think, unfortunately.
So he's now on the fringe. Oh, it was Marshall, sorry.
Trying to force a 3 wide here. Let's hope they don't.
Oh, and spinning round goes Marshall, maybe.
Oh, it was the guy that went straight on. He was on his own. I did not see that happening.
Lane's got involved.
Oh.
That's a good turn there from Lane to get back going.
Oh, what a rejoin we have. What? You can just stay left of the sausage cut. Look at the gravel down.
So much gravel now.
Red flag.
So that's a different sort of incident that's happened down there. Hopefully the Heat 2 drivers are watching this race so they know.
I cannot believe he didn't just stay.
Marshall, I think, might be apologising or might be seeking revenge.
I have no idea. He broke for T2 at T3's braking point.
Alan Luke have... as we've got a replay now. So this might be the replay of, this turn 3 incidents.
Yep,
Marshall in the blue car.
Oh,
he's so unlucky, actually.
Well, no, he's just got to track out further. It's an absolute cluster of cars. He's trying to hold the right-hand line a little bit there. You've got the racing line. I know it's not the racing line, but the racing line has you basically put your right tyres on the sausage curb. You know, you track out all the way. If it's 2, almost 3 wides, you've got to open up that wheel. Is it his fault for not? No. Do you want to get caught in incidents? That's the point of the question here.
Steve Clays is up into 14th place. He's up 5 places. The driver now on the fringe is Beck. Consugra, despite getting involved in the T1 incident, he may have been the one who actually made the contact in the first place. As Interlura has given up a lot of places that he gained, and then
we have a spinner.
I think it may have been Lampert with the bad rejoin on the lap before as well, and now he's just suffered from a bad rejoin from someone else.
Yeah. Oh.
And yeah, these guys have got to think smart, because neither of them are going to get into the A final. They need to get as high up on the grid for the B final as they can. Alan Luth saying in chat how he's watching Eurovision, which I'm very jealous of. Personally rooting for Lithuania and Australia in this tonight's semi-final.
I usually always watch Eurovision.
So here is what happens to Interlura.
Let's see.
That's the scent.
Well, wait. Oh, I don't quite understand that.
Who could that be? Could that be Benand? I feel like Benand usually has that livery. Yeah, there you go. So your pick. How are you feeling about that now?
Looked fair. No, it was awful. I don't. It all looked a little strange. So I don't know if the other drivers were checking out. I don't know. It all looked a little. It's hard sometimes from this camera angle to get perspective on speed because they're coming at you. So you only really can judge the change in distance. But it all looked a bit strange. And I didn't see him locking up. So yeah, I don't know. Very weird.
Oh, we might see a move here for the race lead. Not quite, but
he's looking fast.
Yeah, Soltacek's going to have a run here. He's going to have a go at it. It's just when he decides to, and there's quite a queue of cars here behind Top. Hammers was the fastest driver on that last lap. He's just got past Vargas, so he might be able to start charging down these top drivers, but he'll need something to happen, like he benefits from last time out in order to win this race.
Glyn in chat, that explains a lot, David. Wait, what did I say? I said a lot.
Yeah, something about Eurovision?
Oh.
I'm happy to talk about Eurovision all day, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I've always watched it, but it's just culturally I have with my parents and then my wife, so I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like Christmas. It happens.
Yeah.
So
we don't question it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Correct.
So, is it this lap that the move is going to come? Soltisek is
It
very
does look
close.
like he's got the pace, but we know David Toft knows how to defend, knows how to race. You don't accidentally get 10k I rating.
Here he comes.
Yeah. No, he's just looking.
It might just be those half moves just to... Oh, and it's a bad exit for Toth. And this could be the change for the lead. Soltisek with the better run. He's going to draw alongside him. He'll get his nose just ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always... No way he's giving this up.
Toth is really good on the brakes, and he
Yeah.
squeezes his opponent quite a bit.
So this is the good line, but it's the run all the way around here is quite slow. Is he going to be able to keep alongside? Yep. Nicely done, and David really pushes, not pushes, but, you know,
Oh, he's back
squeezes
underneath, though. Here he comes. But the outside
They're all
turns into the
rights.
inside.
Yeah, and they're all right-handers now. Oh.
And here comes Costa, almost driving into the back, and Lazarus able to pull out from behind. And he might go for P3. Costa manages to cover it off. Now he's going to go for P2, and this is exactly what Toth needs. And this might be the break that he needs in order to seal this race one.
Yeah, strange how Corey didn't get that done. It looked like he had the overspeed, but maybe just the line didn't materialise. And yeah, this has all benefited David Toff a lot.
And Hammer's coming at these guys as well. Here comes Hammer. So looked like Lazarus might gain a place. Now it looks like he's going to lose a place.
And I say these two are our title contenders 3 seasons ago, Corey Lazarus and Philip Hammer.
Yes, yep.
And now we're seeing them squabble over 4th. How times have changed.
Consuega has dropped down. He was in 12th place earlier on, but he's got to slow down. I think he got to slow down earlier on as well. So not a good race for the Spaniard. And Iglesias, the amateur driver, is now on course for qualifying for the A final.
I think I'm going to race this next week. Officials, until us. Yeah, I want to get back in this car. It's settled. Oh, got a move in the background going on.
Yeah, that was Bernand on Weber. Asterisk next to Bernand's position because he will get a penalty. If he gets reported, to be fair.
And the steward agrees. He's my pick, right? He gets leeway. I can't believe the gravel. I can't believe you unemployed people.
So, Toth with a 0.8 of a second lead. He's going to hold on to this race win. Soltisek and Costa are teammates, so don't expect these two to change places. And then Hammer ahead of Lazarus. And Vargas is now on the back of this train as well.
Yeah, are we going to see Lazarus and Corey... Lazarus and Philip Hammer fight on this lap? Who did Philip Hammer drive for when we watched him?
Impulse.
Ah, of course.
But what I would say, Philip Hammer is one of the most well-mannered drivers out on circuit that I think I've seen in ARA. So I think he's friends with everyone. I think everyone is probably going to give him an extra meter, or not an extra meter, extra centimeter, because they know that he will do the same to them.
Yeah. Hayfen in chat, hello mate. Sampsi in Sao Paulo, let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling the urge. Oi! There's a car there, sir. Oi! There's a car in front of you, sir.
Your pick, Gibson's done pretty well in this heat, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I'll discuss it with him after. I think qualifying should be a bit better.
Yeah.
But we'll do that in the debriefing.
He might lose this one, though.
Whoa, no, he's
done it.
Yeah, look deep. Oh, what? Oh.
I mean, the thing is, there's no penalty to go in the gravel trap now because the track is a gravel trap. So
it is just slower than it used to be when the track was released. Gravel just, yeah,
sure.
It was opportunistic, but now it'd be slow.
So the leader's coming into the final corner, and Soltisek bringing the gap down, but it was that fight that he had with Costa which lost them the opportunity to go for the win. And David Toth holds on from pole position, but I think overtaking has been demonstrated as being very, very possible, which will put him under pressure for the A final. Then behind him, Iglesias is going to get through. What a great performance. Clays was not able to launch an attack.
Yeah, be happy with that.
And the ACA esports driver is the first amateur to get through into the A final. And considering that only 2 of them got through last week, that is quite impressive.
So it's top 12, right? Top 12
yes.
from both, okay. And no reverse grids this?
No reverse grids.
I know that. I'm asking for the benefit of the audience.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm clear on all
yeah.
the formats and rules.
Everyone, Jamie pointing out that they might still attack each other, the impulse cars. Well, I think they did battle for 2nd and 3rd, right? Earlier on in the race. So, and that cost them a chance at the lead, unless I'm getting confused with Lazarus as well. But yeah, in the end, with these impulse cars and with these Stacey esports cars, yeah, they want to win the driver's title, and they're going to have to beat each other in order to do that. So you're absolutely right, Jamie, that they will fight, but they chose not to in the last couple of laps in that race. Just wait for the final couple of drivers to cross the line, and then we'll take you through the Heat 2 grid.
You excited for this? So I don't want to quit. The losers final happens before the
B final.
The B final. That's the correct terminology. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Or the consolation, or the B race. There was a lot of words you could have used, which weren't.
Yeah, but the only
loser.
one I could remember was losers final.
Yeah. So Ola is on pole position then for Heat 2 ahead of Varga, Liska, Pala. That's Stacey esports 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, very impressive.
Then it's Sick in 5th, Olsen, Simon, Maroch, Hapacha, Patterson. Good qualifying for him. Warren, Hudabai. Then it is Gebski, Mary, Eula, Bubolk, Zakrera, Sidor, Axelson, Rusher, Bjorkland, Horg, Biggerdyke, Ray, Rawson Turner, and Weigel. Weigel did not set a qualifying time because he just set so many invalid lap times.
We've got support for Sophia, Glyn, and Colby in chat. Let's go.
Yeah, Nick watching this one. So yeah, I mean, imagine if the teammates can get a 1, 2, 3 here. It would be quite the result. Good luck to Liska in the Impulse car, that red and white car. Let's see how he can do as Heat 2 of the evening is underway. It's a very even start for everyone on the front 2 rows of the grid. Slightly better one, perhaps, for Liska. He's going to be able to put the man in P2 slightly offline. There was some crowding to the inside wall.
Yeah, it really was.
But they get through T1 cleanly again.
As long as no one's got a slowdown, this will funnel through quite nicely for the next right-hander. It can be awfully hard to serve a slowdown here.
Here comes Liska.
No, he's not going to get that done from the outside, I don't think.
Oh, someone's piled in. It's Olsen again. As he made a mistake at Lake Kuman again, those brakes not working for the Swede, and he's going to lose a place because of it. And Thomas Simon able to get past him and Chick right there.
That was very, very reminiscent of Spa, with him coming Miley Cyrus wrecking ball in, but not too much carnage caused, which was okay.
So Simon holding on to that position, but here comes Chick back on the inside.
Nice little switch back there. Can he make it stick? It's a long way to go. The problem is that they're all right-handers from now on, so you've really got to have some overspeed. And you could redo with your tyres not being cold.
Patterson out into the gravel. Patterson, I think, or someone spun. Oh, it's a big crash. Not a place where we expect to see the crash on lap 1, but 5 drivers involved.
Look at the sand trap. Where's the corner? Where's the white line? Yeah, we'll try and get a replay of that. I assume it was just someone half spinning, trying to collect the car.
I think it was a rejoin. I think one was way off the track, came back on as we got 3 wide. Olsen on the inside. Olsen's making up places again. He's up into P5. Oh, contacts, and they get through. Who's the North Sim Racing guy? It's Hapacha.
He's going to slow
past
down.
all of them.
The Italian livery's for sure going to have a slowdown there.
Yeah, that's Simon. Oh, we've got a driver on the grass.
Right, here we go. How's he going to serve this slowdown? He must have had a slowdown, right? He was really far.
It was a bad exit, though, so maybe it sort of served itself as there's contact. It's a poor exit for us at Gebski. Or Chick, sorry, maybe. And they'll continue. Bats and Bubolk involved in this one. Chick now alongside Warren. Warren's had a good start up to a bad qualifying.
Yeah, has indeed.
And he rubs salt in the wound for Chick. He's now up down 5 places from his race start.
Yeah, Apache looking good, hanging on for a very strong Pro-Am result at the moment. Yeah, we're all... Yeah, so we've got a replay of that instant to see how it all went down.
So that was the car ahead that I saw go off. Oh, man, and then... Was it Hudabai?
Oh, my eye was not on the right car when it happened.
It was Hudabai who got... I'm not sure if he was the one who started it or his teammate, but yeah, he... I mean, that was such an innocuous instant, wasn't it?
Okay, let's try again. Now we're staring at the right car. Because my eye was looking way to the...
Yeah, it's Hudabai's teammate just got tapped at the end.
Yeah.
So the one who started it was Julian Mary then. That was the Triple Crown car.
So we're looking at this...
Sends. Oh, so Liska did get that move done on that one. I don't think we actually identified that Liska did get it done. There was a lot of other stuff going on.
And it's a top 4 breakaway, all CZ cars, and then Liska, who's... I think this is his season summarised, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to be in the same heats as Costa, I think, to help each other out.
Yeah, it's just not going to be easy for him.
So who might still get into the top 12? I think the drivers who dropped down earlier on dropped so far back that they're not going to get back in. The likes of Euler, Mary and Patterson, they're not going to get back up there. So it gives an opportunity for the others.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas Seidel, you can't rule him out. Quick driver. I don't know, it's hard because these Pro-Am boys are 5'8", 5.7k. I'm just not used to this level of scowl.
Nick DeBeck pointing out that when you've said Italian liveries, they are the Hungarian liveries, you should say. They are the similar colours. They are the same colours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nick's pointing out a serious fact that I overlooked. Oh, dear.
Oh, someone's got to slow down.
Thank you, Nick. I am enlightened.
You're good with the slowdown?
I'm going to tilt my head the other way now. And,
Yeah. We just turned the monitor
thank you.
90 degrees, and then... Oh, change for second place. Liska's struggling to hold on against Varga, and the teammates can give each other the draft now. And this will be, I think, impossible for Liska to hold on. He's moving ahead, though.
Oh. Yeah, he's got this done. This Liska can go the long way, very long. Whoa.
Pushing it with the... Yeah, with the track limits.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that move.
Yeah, that could have only ended if it ended up Liska killing his teammate after that show.
Oh, Liska just about moving ahead, and now the teammates swap places. So Paolo goes past Varga, and he wants to go, but Liska might be making some enemies here. They're not going to give him any more space than they absolutely have to, and Ola's sprinted off into the distance.
He is being swarmed by Hungarian flagged liveries.
Yes. Surely, though, the livery should be the other way round. The stripes are going up and down the car. They should be going...
Well, I thought that's no, but if the car is wider than it is tall, then they've done it the right way, right? Because the flag, yeah, it would be lengthwise. I thought about this as well. I spent 90 seconds just processing that, but they have done it the right way.
Oh, trying to get on the inside. This is Hapacha versus Simon. So Simon gets past Hapacha there.
Right, this is going to cause... they're all going to be far right. Yeah, this is going to cause issues. Who pulls out? How many wide? 3 wide. Yep, it's yeah, quite a bit.
And through all of them was Miroch.
Wow.
So Miroch, the big gainer there. Chick going to try to gain some places as well.
Some impressive driving here, but I just don't know how long this can hold on the way it is.
And off the track into the gravel and almost holding up there. So that was Hapacha off the track, and he really held up Chick, and now Bubolk might fancy his chances on the outside. Can't do anything with it. They were very close behind Gebski and Warren. And Gebski's caught up to these guys so quickly. And he's now
In
trying to
contention.
gain a place. And now off the track almost. And is he going to lose it out to Sidor, who is trying to get in the top 12?
Yep, nice little hip check there. Well, you have to be careful. Yeah, there is a slowdown out there. You don't usually see it because we already go out quite far. That must have been close to it.
Yeah, Sidor may have ruined his chances there, but at least if he gets 13th, he'll be second place on the grid for the B final.
But that's what it's called. Oh! Who did we lose there as a back?
I think it was Sidor. Varga has got back past Palace. That's the teammates changing places again. And this is, well, maybe it should be an Italian livery because this is Ferrari reminiscent in terms of the teammates changing places, in terms of deciding who's going to take the car
No, that's Hungarian livery, Sam.
No, I mean, it should be Italian.
I'm playing the I know. Oh, that's late, but it was just a show.
Bjorklund back past Weigel. Bjorklund got a slowdown a few laps ago, lost a couple of paces, but he's made them up again now. Apologies, this is him with Sidor, so this is for 13th place. Sidor's really had a rubbish lap, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he...
It must have been a slowdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, got some movers and shakers.
And off goes Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
Was having a really good race, was Gordon. Unfortunately, he doesn't lose a ton of places, but I think he was up in about 16th.
Let's see what happened there. Looks good.
Just with Weigel.
Oh,
I think it's Hawk's fault, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Stewards need to look at that. Net code glow. There's all those things to factor in. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one thing, if anything, if I could own iRacing for a day, that is what I want to fix, is all the fender tapping.
Yeah. So Sidor's sprinted away a bit from Bjorklund now, and if something happens in this pack, then he will be the one to benefit from it. But right now, it seems our top 12 are pretty set. There's points in play here, as well as grid positions for the A final for these drivers. So you do want to get up as high as possible. But they've all got the draft on one another, so no changes down into turn 4. And that will be the last good opportunity they have to make a move. Warren remarkably back to where he started. He's trying to gain, though, one place, as just ahead of these guys, Chick and Hapacha going alongside. Hapacha may have lost one more place here. The man who was, I think, as high as P5 at one point in this race. He's gone wide. He maybe gets a little bit of the grab, and that might just be what costs him. Let's stick with this one to the end, because we know that Ola's going to win this race, but who's going to have him behind? Send from Gebski, gets past Warren, and he might be able to get past one more as well on his teammate. He gets past Bubolk. Can Warren get one of these cars?
Oh,
did he get both of these cars?
Wait, no way. No way. If I suspect what he just did, I think he parked it. He let his teammate run up alongside, and I think he parked it.
Well, if he... I mean, that could be a penalty.
Yeah.
If you're brake checking someone.
Correct, yeah. That's what it looked like. 100% that's what it looked like.
So Glimbrod and Turner, the last driver across the line in 24th place. We lost Euler and Co and Axelson and a couple of others. So the top 12 goes straight through to the A final, and everyone else now goes into our B final race. And grid looks like this. Steve plays on pole, ahead of Sidor, Parker, Bjorklund, Consugra, and Weigel. That's a very competitive top 6. Frankly, Bernand and Sequeira makes it a very competitive top 8. Then it's Gibson, Rocher, Weber, Biggerdike, Lane, Mary, Nevin Charney, Ray, Lampert, Horg, and the rest of the field will go through for you. Now, watch out for Daniel Patterson, staying down in 24th place. He's got a lot of pace. Tom Euler's got a lot of pace. A lot of drivers who got involved in that Heat 1 incident. Gordon Marshall as well. Heat 2, there weren't so many casualties. I know we did have a big crash, but that was sort of more in the teens. But in race 1, we lost a few drivers in our top 10, so they will try to make it through. But frankly, that top 8 looks so stacked. I'm not sure if they're going to get into the top 6 from the back.
Yeah, let's see. Excited for this.
One driver has not gridded. Konsugra has not gridded. So there's a vacant spot on the grid, and that will give everyone else a bit of encouragement. Manuel meant to start in P5. So the lights coming on. It's Steve Clay's on pole position. A really important start here. And it looks like a decent start for him. A bad start. Lots of wheel spin for Lucas Sidor. He's going to lose at least 1 place. James Parker immediately up into 2nd place. And Kim Andre Bjorklund's going to go the long way round at T1 and moves up to 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, the leader didn't have the best start. It looked like P3 had a very good launch. I think he even lifted to not run alongside the leader to focus on his exit. Some pushing going already.
Great start for Lean Vigo. He's up a couple of places already. I think one of them maybe in the vacant Spanish car.
Oh, a bit of a change of lane there under braking. Let's hope that gets through okay. Oh, and we have a parked one. We've got split quite nicely. Yeah, it looks like we're all...
Quentin Rocher. Great start for South Australia. He's up 5. Doing very similar to what he did in the B final last time out. He's going to send it again to turn 4.
Yeah, I remember Lane gaining a lot of positions actually during Spa. I don't know if it's qualifying or just bad luck or what.
I think he's had a spin in both heats this season, so. But yeah, he's only 1 place away now. Oh, that's very slow for one of the THR cars on the inside. It's caught out Gordon Hawk, and now they're going to go 3 wide. Oh, the car almost spinning it in front of them as well.
Yeah, this won't end well. Cold tyres, someone's going to be on the sand. Who will it be? None of them.
Yeah, Sophia Ray just trying to afford everyone space. Now got their teammate Tom Heritage around as well, which will be welcome. Look at the send then for an Interlura.
Oi! Some overspeed there. Nicely done.
Ray Lou's leaking a lot of places and back to the pack with Glenn Brawson Turner, one of their teammates.
Yeah, lost out quite a few there. Look at this train.
Yeah, Parker's sort of got to go for it, I think, on clays. Otherwise, he's just going to be attacked from behind. Lane, the most likely to make a move. He is storming through the order. He's got Benand on his outside.
Oh, that's late. That's late. Yeah, that was too late. Seidel there just, yeah, that was a closing gap.
And Weigel is the one behind.
This is going to get feisty.
Benand is the car on the inside in the grey. Lane will try to follow him through. Benand up into 5th. But can he hold on to 5th? Tom Euler's had another issue. Miserable day for Tom. Back on the inside, and Lane so nearly went into Benand. And wide.
Well held.
For Weigel.
He should be able to hold this all the way around.
Oh, and they're both off.
Oh, what happened to...
Benand just lost control of the car. It may have been due to some contact early in the corner. And Weigel's chances of getting into the A final are well and truly dashed.
Yeah, that was a strange place for Benand to lose it. He's the car on the inside. Yeah, I'm lost for words.
They did make a bit of contact as well, so I wonder if that just unsettled the car and then slided.
Oh, you think here a little touch? Yeah, I mean, maybe. Looked all very awkward.
Yeah, it was all oversteer, wasn't it? It wasn't as though he tracked out. It was, he had to turn out of the corner.
What is this? Someone rejoining using the escape road? No, that's not how we do it. We go horizontal.
Have you seen the horror crash at that very corner in real life in the single-seaters?
I think so,
where a car or spun, cloud of smoke, and another driver absolutely piled in. Really lucky not to break any legs. Luno gets past Brawson Turner further back. There have been a few other changes as well. Secure up into P6. Good race for Helder.
Are the races meant to be 14?
Yep.
It's a strange number. What did you think? 15's too long?
I mean, you can't complain about this now. We've covered over. You've covered over a season of this.
No, but I'm saying, did 15 seem too long? You were like, no.
It goes 10, 14, 18.
Of course.
So 14 is in the middle of 10
Of course,
and 18.
yeah, of course.
And any longer, I didn't need to justify myself. People sign up for this.
Another replay.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Oh, you know what, actually? He might escape a penalty for that.
Why?
Because the contact was made when they're on the apex. I think Euler may have got that stopped. I think Heritage turned it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
I don't know, but it looks worse. It went better than I thought.
Better than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have turned into a dive, but I don't know. We have to see. Let the stewards decide.
Yeah. So Mary's now got past Sakura, so he's up into... I mean, Mary's done very well. Remember, Mary was involved in that Heat 2 incident midway around the lap and was sort of the cat at the start of all of it. Dropped to the back and has done really well. He's up to 6th place, up 8 places from his start.
Mate Lampert is dropping rapidly, the CZ driver. Hopefully that also wasn't a bad rejoin. But yeah, lost a lot of positions just there. We'll see what happened.
Big shame for Mate. Goodbye. Going the long way round, but goes too long. Gets the inside for the next corner, though.
So the officials here in this combo were raining, by the way.
Sure.
You think let's get off tracks in the dry?
Well, as Rocher is going to go through as well. When we hosted the Simware Porsche Cup as well, that was one of the wettest races I think we've ever broadcast here. One of the drivers went off at that corner that we've just gone through and managed to basically reach the other side of the circuit. They slid that far. Very close for the lead still. Clays has actually taken... Clays was always in the lead.
This is what happened to Mate Lampert. Let's see. It's going to occur here. Bonk.
Oh, no. Oh, he should have kept it pinned. He would have done a lovely 360.
Yeah.
He would have probably wiped out 1 or 2 drivers, but...
Yeah, but it's good for the broadcast.
Yeah. So Bjorklund hasn't gone for the trigger yet. I mean, these top 5 are in a very good place.
6th to qualify, right?
Yeah. Lane's got past side though. Lane's not happy. He wants to win a race. Rocher has had an issue.
Oh, yeah.
And Bar has had an issue. So that is a shame for those two. Let's see what happens. Bar defending.
Squeak. Oh, they're both...
Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah, that is back to Mazda's that. They're both just
of them.
looking out the window at each other, not even notice they're on a racetrack anymore.
I mean...
You stop doing that in Mazdas. you mean you just look inside, was like, no, I'm not going to brake, you're not going to brake, I'm not braking them.
Bieber doing a good Valentino Rossi impression here. Rossi was lucky because one bike went one side and one bike went the other. He got hit by both cars there. Continues on his way, but he's down in 15th place now. And
even the way they were defending and fighting on the straight, it was all very jolty and...
And you know as well, when you like how when you see the car ahead, you're like, well, I better not hit that guy.
Yeah.
How embarrassing would it be if I'm batsing here and I accidentally wipe out those cars ahead?
Yeah.
Not good driving. That will be a big penalty.
And you have to do 3 weeks of Mazda's officials to prove yourself.
Steve Clays might be about to lose his lead. Salvatore Lime moves up to 3rd place behind them. Bjorklund up the inside. They've got to be smart about this one. A little bit of contact, but Bjorklund is through, and I think Lane might zip straight through as well.
I don't know if Lane's got the run. It's still a good run from
this, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah, here comes Lane.
All right, you called it. Yeah, it looks like Clays just wants to secure his spot in the A final because this is all starting to heat up. I feel bad for the people that are in the 2nd heat, don't qualify, end up in the B final, and then earn their way back into the A. It's a lot, right? It's a lot of racing with no gaps.
Yes. But that's why the B final is 14 minutes. If it was 15 minutes, it would be too long.
Correct, too long.
So
yeah.
the fact that it's 14 minutes just takes the pressure off a bit.
We have a comment in chat. Head Stewart, I can confirm, is most unamused by that, yes.
So, this has still got a couple more laps to go. Patterson is into the pits. He must have gone over the instant limit. Such a shame for Patterson. He's such the fastest up the race over there. Lane's gone to the top.
We'll have to see if he crossed the line on pit entry, because he'll have to do it again if so.
Oh, man.
Because this, do you remember I called that in one league race and it was everyone?
Yeah. So many people did it, yeah.
Yeah. When iRacing make a tweak or anything on pit entry, it's brutal.
So lining up 12.
We know one day they'll do it to the Glen, where you have to be over on the right to enter that chute.
Yeah, it'll be the day before the 6 hours.
Yeah.
So Lane is at the head of this now. Bjorklund's a very experienced driver. We've seen him in a lot of series in the past, Porsche Cups mainly. But I think he's also raced in the Radical, particularly the SRA years ago. Was a regular on our Friday night official series broadcast. And so he's a smart driver. And I think he'll know just to wait behind Lane to the end of the race. Still the top 5, quite comfortable. And Sequeira has done a really good job at just edging away from Mary. Currently in 6th place with
drift.
a small gap.
Oh, it wasn't a drift. That was just the way the camera was panning. Looked like a drift to me.
Nate Lampert's improving up the order after his spin. It's up to 13th now.
Yeah, quite the recovery.
Shouts out to Apex Racing Academy, the title sponsor for the series. Do check out their data packs by heading to apexracingac.com. You can get a subscription for this Porsche Cup or many other cars on iRacing. Bernand has overtaken Mary, and I wonder if that was a slowdown for Mary or just a bad kind of corner.
Yeah, what's happened? Mary was comfortably 6th.
Yeah, that was a while back though. He got overtaken by Sequeira, and then I think he was just dropping back.
Yes.
Nick Horn is doing pretty well, up in 15th.
Has it been said that Steve Clays is an AM?
No. He's doing very well, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he'd be only him, Sequeira, and one other. Yeah, there's going to be 3 AMs in the final 6 stands. One's going to lose a place to Weber. Bjorklund back on the inside. Okay, be sensible here, guys. It's not worth crashing. And it's not worth losing time.
Yeah, Lane's got the inside. They are going to invite this big gaggle to fight on the last 2 laps.
Lucas Seidel will be thinking, just get on with it, guys. I'm in 5th. You guys are in the top 2. I would give so much to be in your positions, but I'm happy with my position.
Yeah, so
Just
this
don't back me up.
5-car battle is going to dictate a lot. What's happened to Glyn?
He's a bit detached. Just showing this to humiliate Glenn. So I'll produce, half spin there for Glenn. So Sequeira is now 2.8 seconds behind these guys, a little bit wide for Clays. And James Parker is going to try to get past. Very distinctive livery for James, but always a consistent one.
Yes, indeed.
The series a lot.
So these are this is 3rd, 4th and 6th that was in frame right now, the back in?
3rd, 4th and 5th.
Because that's how numbers work, yep.
Yeah.
Did I really say 3rd, 4th and 6th?
Yeah. I mean, maybe if one of them was blinking.
I think my brain just blinked. Oh dear.
Bjorklund is still holding on against Lane. They're actually pulled away despite battling. We are on almost. This might be the last lap. How long is the final sector here? Oh, it's going to be so close, you know. It's going to be really close. The drivers will know because they'll either have the white flag or they won't have the white flag, but we don't know up here.
Yeah, I think I'll go one more.
So here we go. 8 seconds to go. Have we got one more lap of this B final? We do. We cross the line with 2 seconds to go. Sometimes iRacing, though, can bring it out early. Gibson going over the instant limit as well.
My pick.
So Bernand is right on the tip. Oh, he's not that close to Sequeira. Sequeira's got a bit of the draft as well from the cars ahead. Mary pushing it.
Yeah, let's just slow down.
I mean, any one of these guys could get a drive-through on this last lap, and it really could mix it up. But Nanzo ruined his chances by getting a slowdown. I mean, what is going on with that?
No, he's parking it.
I mean,
Fuel?
might be out of fuel, but he wasn't. It seemed like he was sputtering or anything.
Well, I mean, the amount of people that calculated it wrong by, what, 3 seconds?
Well, I think last time... no, you're right, actually. Yeah, no, you could well be right. Lane getting back past Bjorkland. He's into the lead. These guys still batting clays, holding on against Parker.
Leon Miskin in chat saying, hi guys, received my trophy today. Thanks a lot.
Ah, good to hear, Leon.
Yeah, that's mega. Oh.
Yeah, got some really nice trophies actually from Helm Trophy. Got some new designs, so hopefully you enjoy it, Leon. It's a little bit bigger than the ones we usually send out. So if you could actually send me a photo, Leon, of you and the trophy, we'll put it on social media. Lane then into the final couple of corners. As Mary is now slow, and he's underfueled as well.
It's just gone 1 lap longer than a lot of people.
It is downhill though from where he is, so you will get to the finish. Lane wins.
Yeah, what an impressive fight there.
From 13th on the grid. So Carrera, great drive for him to finish in 6th. And in the end, it was quite a gap back to Hudabai, who gained a few places because of everyone dropping out in front of him. I don't think he can feel too sorry for himself for not getting into the top 6 because he was...
Lane made that look easy and never thought, oh, okay, I've secured my place, let's hang on to that. No, I want to win.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good drive from Nick Horn to finish in P13.
Did
half.
Mary make the finish?
If this was Eurovision, he would be... No, he'd still be on the 2nd. He'd be on the right tower. He wouldn't be on the left tower.
Oh, no.
Julian Mary's definitely on the right
All right,
tower.
we're going to have to delay the A final while we wait for this car to have a tow truck come pick it up.
Don't go... Is he going to go into the pits? Is that... that's probably a good idea, right?
If you cross the line in the pits, it could be deemed as a penalty.
No, he's given up. There's no reason why he should finish, because it makes no difference whether he's a lap down or not. There's no one else behind it. So that is it for the B final. So got the A final to come. And yeah, that was well driven. I really thought that those top 5 were going to come to blows there in that B final, but credit to them, they didn't.
So are we going to see Ola and Toth, and who do you think else is going to challenge up the front?
Well, if Sazy can get a 1-2 on the grid, which is what they've got, it's going to be very tricky for the Impulse cars and Hammer to get in amongst them. So,
because yeah, that's Rafał. It looked very quick. Had maybe hooked up the qualifying a bit better. I think could really put off something there.
So here's a reminder of the race 1 results. Toth winning for Sazy ahead of Soltisek and Costa. Then it was Hammer and Lazarus, Vargas, and then the proams of Geza, Lindelof, Origi. Mihelides was a pro driver. Beck and Iglesias doing really well to qualify as an amateur. In the Heat 2 results, it was good news for Sazy. So Lisco then will start in 4th place, sorry. So Impulse, so Sazy 1-2, Impulse 3-4, I think. So maybe Impulse will have a shot in that. But then you got more Sazy cars, Varga and Pala up there. Olsen in 5th place after some early skirmishes. Had a Simon, Miroch, Chick and Co. No AMs got in.
I want to know who this CZ team was before they were CZ. Or did they just go on a hiring spree?
I don't know if just the Hungarians united and thought,
yeah, I just...
Let's do
are
this.
they, like, because the name seems new to me.
I can do a search for their name. Sazy Esports.
Must have someone in chat.
They have a website. It is in Hungarian, so I can't... Oh, they're proper... Well, I mean... I think they're a proper esports team. So I think they've got, like... I think they do CSGO and stuff.
Oh, okay.
There's people in suits. There's people playing games with controllers. So yeah, a pretty significant team. That was the B final results. So Clays and Sakura also get into the A final as AMs, and then the others were pro-AMs. Did we miss any pros? Did any pros not get through in the end? They all got through. That is good work from the pros. Nick Horn, really enthusiastic. Most fun I've ever had in this series. Congratulations, Nick.
That's good.
That was a really good result from yourself.
Snake and Chat, they're fairly new, started this year. Yeah,
okay.
I wonder if they absorbed another team, because some of the drivers I
Yeah.
recognise the name of.
Sure, yeah, probably.
I just can't think where. I will work it out.
Any of the guys watching along, send us some. Just send me or David a message saying how you formed. Shout out to the Late Apex, hosted by me and David on a Thursday afternoon. You can watch back the episode on our YouTube channel, and we'll also post it on Spotify and other podcast streaming platforms later tonight. We talked about Le Mans Ultimate and Motorsport Games making some nice money and looking in a very good position financially earlier on, and also talking about SimuCube's new scheme to sell used hardware where you can send it back to SimuCube, they check it, and then they resell it for a cheaper price. Seems like a pretty cool deal.
Haffen in chat saying David Toff was Drago, yeah. Balaj was Impulse, okay. Wow, just picked up a lot of drivers, that's brilliant.
So here we go then for the A final. It's David Toth, sorry, on pole position alongside Daniel Ola. Then it's Soltasek, Liska, and Costa. So it's Impulse 3, 4, 5. Then it's Sazy 6, 8 with Hammer in between them. It's just a fantastic top 10. So cool to see so many competitive drivers. Here's the rest of the field for you. The likes of Gazer and Lindelof and Muroc will be hoping for big points in the Pro-Ams. Watch out for Corby Warren from 24th. Maybe not with the pace tonight, Corby, but we tend to see Corby up in the top 10. So he will probably gain pace. And then for those guys further back, Clays and Sakura, nothing to lose. In a really good place in the A final and could gain some nice points for their amateur championship. We just got Tobias Olsen to get on the grid, but he's only got 2 seconds. Oh, he just made it. 2 seconds to spare for Olsen to get onto the grid. So it's Sazy, Impulse, 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 Sazy in the front 3 rows of the grid. Let's see how they mix it up. Here we go for the A final. It's not a great start for our Pulse hitter, but it's good enough. And there's not going to be a chance for the Impulse cars to challenge the Sazy cars. In fact, it's going to be the Impulse cars who are alongside each other going through turn 1. That might leave themselves a little bit vulnerable as the top 3 make a break.
Yeah, and obviously the Impulse cars are split on colours, unlike the CZ teams where they have run the same livery. But yeah, top 6, 2 teams. And then 7th, ironically, is former Impulse driver, Philip Hammer.
Poor start for Origi. He went wide at T1. Tobias also making a little bit of contact. A couple of drivers had to go straight on. Is that Lane round or is it Hapache? It's Hapache round. And then we've got more issues. Now Lane's round.
There's
we've
more.
got another crash. That's not Liska, is it?
How'd you crash there?
Who was that? It was one of the Sazy cars got involved. And we'll get a replay of it a little bit later on. But it is still Ola leading the way, but he's wide. He's very wide. And Toth is able to retake the lead. So Ola got past momentarily. There's contact between second and third. And Soltasek is past. And his teammate might go with him as well. That is very good news for Impulse. Maybe it could be a penalty. But that is crucial that they're up to second and third and they break the stranglehold. Yeah,
that puts Sazy's 4, 5, 6 and 7. That's going to be quite some Hungarian flags in your mirror. We'll try and get a replay of what happened there, especially on the halfway. What was that? Down the straight. What was that? Halfway down the straight. That was a very weird place to have an accident.
Gazer battling with a few drivers. We're watching Gebski versus Muroc. Gebski's going to lose out there. And behind them, Tobias also with a good run and into the wall.
Oh.
Goes Lazarus. Lazarus had already had a poor start. And it's gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, I mean, the car doesn't seem too damaged, but yeah. He's feeling pretty frustrated now down. Oh, he's still getting sent. And
yeah, and he's playing pinball now.
Well, when it rains, it pours. That's how he's feeling right now.
So apparently Hammer killed Costa in the hairpin. So Costa was the Impulse car who I think fell down the order, who I saw spinning around.
Okay, so we've got a replay of the Costa incident. Let's see.
So Hammer is the black car, a little
Black and
further
blue,
back.
yeah.
Interesting, his lights turn off.
Oh.
And then, yeah, it was all Hammer's fault. And then and then it was Olsen getting back on the track on the outside who squeezed another car.
Oh, hold your brakes, sir. You've already made quite the drama.
Whoa. And then I'm curious what happened to Apache as well. Oh, this is Bubolk, but I think Apache was involved in this one. Apache's the North Sim racing car a little bit further back. Oh, Bubolk completely...
Oh, do you know what?
He avoided his teammate.
He only avoided his teammate, yeah.
And then wiped out Apache, and then somehow Apache's teammate, Lani, got involved further back, collided with Steve Clays.
Yeah, he was going to kill his teammate, so decided to kill everybody else.
Yeah.
Because hitting his teammate... And then another replay. So check. Lane change, no.
Is he just going to be wiped out? Yeah. It wasn't even a big hit. And then... Oh, that's a really bad rejoin from Chick, but I don't know, maybe he'll get away with it. Because he didn't seem to make it any worse.
So you saw what caused the mid-straight one, yeah? You worked that one out.
Yeah, it was the rejoin from Olsen. Olsen went off the track, rejoined, and it was like 3 wide. And they just squeezed. It wasn't necessarily a bad rejoin from Olsen, but yeah, they were already 2 wide, and then Olsen made it 3 wide. So we have got still the same top 4 as we had before, but Ola's really putting a lot of pressure on Soltacek.
Well, no, Liska and Soltacek have swapped positions, right? When we last checked in, Soltacek was P2, I think.
Oh, you might be right, yeah.
Oh, that's a line. It's going to cost him... Oh, is he going to try and pinch it? Okay, he's got it done.
Oh, that's just ahead of these guys being past Beck.
It's amazing how close they all can follow.
Yeah. Good start for Corby Warren. He's up 12. Mihalides up 8.
Steve Clay's just dropped. I think he's in a bit of a battle, so sometimes it's hard to tell. Careful of the slowdown.
Someone may have got a slowdown, so he's tucking out of the draft. Lindelof going to send it potentially on Warren here. Warren might get a bit boxed in.
Yep, could see a very...
Unless he breaks out the box.
Oh, careful.
And who's Lindelof going to give the bump to?
The car on the right. And then you try and just tuck in and follow through.
Well, way late on the brakes was Mihalides. And Mihalides goes around the outside of all of them. Lovely work. And I think maybe Lindelof backed the wrong horse.
Well, he pushed one car, then tried to rotate the same one he pushed.
That was good driving there from Lindelof. And he gets past Warren as well.
Look how many in this gaggle.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much sand gets kicked up on this track. Must be horrible for
It
the
seems
drivers.
to clear though quite quickly. It sort of scatters the track, they all go over it one time and then it's bad next time. But yeah, as a driver, you do feel it. It's not too bad, but you just get a bit of understeer.
I tell you what, in the Nissan GTP for Road America 500, you more than just feel it.
Yeah.
Holy moly, if you're mid-corner and you get your rears on it, you are gone. You helicopter. Very scary. Made it exciting.
Gabriel Chick, I think, reaching the instant limit. Or no, actually, maybe, I don't know what he's doing. Ola has got past Soltacek. So Soltacek.
Oh yeah, I think that's still going on.
And he almost got P2 as well, Ola. What a run. And Toth is able to break away from these guys. And Soltacek might lose another place. Impulse versus Sazy.
Yeah, a lot of Sazy.
And it looks like it's going to be limited to just the 1 place lost for Soltacek, but it enables Ola to occupy Liska's attention rather than paying attention to his teammate out the lead.
Stacked top 8. I mean, the lowest driver is Matti Varga at 7k, and then the next lowest is 8k. This is one stacked.
Oh, Lindelof.
Oh, yeah.
Off the track, and with him has gone Gebski. They were having a really good battle between a lot of them, and Mihalides is now at the front of that queue, and Warren has also managed to make his way through, and Gebski almost getting involved in another crash.
Yeah, so he's just driving a little frustrated, which I understand. I missed exactly what happened. I was staring at the data. As we get a replay. Okay, so there wasn't room. Let's see.
Oh,
we just...
not good from Lindelof on the inside, and Segevsky was an instant bystander.
I felt like, I don't know, but for me, that blue, that light and dark blue car, the one in the middle,
Oh, no, Gebski, good job.
Yeah, just broke super early, to be honest. That's what it looked to me. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Are they teammates as well? You could have taken as teammate there. I thought so. Here comes Lindelof again, with Parker this time. And more contacts, but that's all fair.
Yeah, he just didn't know there were 3 wide.
Thanks to White Stick PL for subscribing. Instant between Olsen and Origi, but we'll see if Clays is able to clear Bjorklund. These two were very close to one another in the B final as well. Clays hasn't got this one done.
Yeah, just managed to hang on. I was just going to mention we haven't seen many people hang on to the outside line there and get it done, but this is looking promising. Yeah, looking very promising. Nicely done.
There is a change for second place, and in an unusual place as well. Liska is holding on against Ola. Oh, and into the wall goes Sivan. And that was all by himself.
Yeah, what a strange one. I assume he's close to the incident limit and tried to just tuck the car in. Let's see. Oh, he was
trying to
get
checked underneath.
I think his teammate there was a bit of checking up, and I think he, as he lifted the throttle, I think the car just got loose.
So he drops down to 13. Daniel Ola's back past Liska again. And Liska's back again, but Toth is sprinting away from these guys.
Great racing from these boys. I hope I don't curse it by saying that, but having the 2 teams fight it out this way has been, yeah, really good watch. Very respectful start. That's out very wide, but can he keep alongside for the left-hander? Yes. Ooh, he's going to chuck it. Ooh. Yeah.
Holds on again. Barker's got past Soltashek as well behind. So there's now 2 Sazy cars.
All right, quick look at the Elson moment. What's happened here? 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide.
Wow.
What a shame. Only so many 3 wides you can survive through that corner, unfortunately. Oh, we're going to see some late braking here. This is Hammer. Hammer on Soltashek. Can he get it done?
Yes, so Soltashek lost out to Pala as well. And then he's now lost to Hammer as well. So awful few laps for Soltashek, who was as high as P2 earlier.
Yeah, I mean, very strong drive. His race pace looks insanely good.
Might be a change for second again.
Well, these boys are fighting it out. Liska returning the favour there for the sweeping left-hander, where he left him out there to dry. He did the same.
And now Ola will move ahead of Vargo and have a go himself. Or maybe say they stay in the same order, apologies. I think Apache may have just got past side door defending. It's a lot going on out on Jack. And this is as Warren has got past Mahalides as well. They're in a bit of a duo now between the pair. Sort of broken away from that pack behind them. So good work there from, well, actually no, Mahalides managed to hold on ahead of Warren for P10. Here they are. Ah, yikes. Okay, Warren is passed. He's up to P10.
And the outside.
Bubulk on the recovery. So to be fair, yeah, so Lindelof.
Does the side of their car say checkmate? Or am I seeing?
Yeah, the team name is Team Checkmate Fibro.
Oh, nice. Avid chess fan, you see.
Sakura up to up 14 places, up into 16th. Remember, he was the last driver in the B final to qualify.
Yeah, well, I mean, an AM driver P16 is impressive enough. An AM driver P16 up 14, hats off.
Yeah. So Liska has given up the race win, but I think if he can hold on to P2 here, it will feel like he's won the race.
Yeah, it's far from over.
He's now got 3. It was 1, then it was 2, and now it's 3 easy cars behind him.
Impressive driver, though, this Liska's looking like. We've seen his qualifying pace, his race pace, his defending, his attacking ability. Seems like a very impressive driver to watch. And yeah, I'd be feeling I mean, he's got some, very talented drivers behind him, all for the same team. Yeah, David Toth has checked out 3 seconds up the way. He does a lot for the championship, right? Because he didn't score that big last race. So, like you mentioned, this is going to be quite the title fight in pro.
Yeah. And this is much more the type of race we anticipated from round 1, where it is going to be Stacey versus Impulse. But in round 1, there were a lot of privateers and drivers from other teams who were fighting. But today it has been all of those teams. Out of the top 9, 8 of them are Sazy or Impulse. So will he have to go defensive again here, Liska, or is he able to take the racing line for once? He is able to take the racing line for once.
So we saw these two battle. No, it was
Slow down for Lindelof.
Oof.
He moves out to the side door. Probably a penalty coming as well the way of Lindelof, so you take his finishing result as with a grain of salt, because I can see him getting a 5 or 10 second penalty post-race.
That looks like it was handed. We'll go the long way about it though. Oi. Yeah, he didn't leave a lot of space there.
He lured him there and hit him when he did. Warren then ahead of Simon. Simon, of course, had that spin earlier on, didn't he? So he's making his way back up through the order. I'd back him to pass Warren with the time remaining.
This gaggle of Daniela, Mate Vargy, Balaj, Philip Hammond, Soscek, it's impressive how close they are all on track. Very impressive, considering the amount of battling they've been doing. But it looks like they've chilled for a bit. Looks like Ola just wants to time this a bit better. The benefit Ola's got, he can go for a move and not worry about the people behind absolutely diving him and sending him, because, well, it's his teammates. So this puts Liska in an awkward position. As we're seeing an attempt.
Oh, contact.
Yeah, I mean, these two have been dooring a little bit, not in a bad way, but the dooring between them. I mean, Liska would say Ola started it on that on that left sweeper.
So Liska's going to lose at least 1 place. Let's see if he loses any more than 1.
But it makes sense. Ola gives that to his teammate now and make his lane the slowest lane.
Yeah.
And this is where Liska's going to be in trouble, where they start playing team games. That was a late, but it made Liska look right and lift. So
I mean, another real late send. It might actually leave him vulnerable to Hammer. And that's exactly what Liska will be pleased about. The fact that they're now distracting each other behind. And backs out of it. Only got 1 more lap of this race to go.
Yeah, but those 2 half sends, they just put Liska not able to now mount a challenge. That's the point, really. Are we going to see a...
Sakura leaking a couple of places that he'd previously gained. Hapacha past him.
Nice move. I like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's this car ahead doing?
I'm not sure. I think he thought he was the main character in this. It was them two fighting.
Look at me!
Yeah, I can also defend. Oh, is this Philip Hammer and Soscek?
Yeah, something has happened to... Oh no, Soltacek is coming back, isn't he? It's Liska further up.
Bonk.
Simon, can he get the recovery complete? He's on the outside of Warren. He's got his teammate behind. So they head down to turn 4 for the final time in tonight's race.
Hammer's got by. Well, it could be by an inch. And Liska's in 4th.
Oh, nearly contact. Contact! It is contact. Similar to Raikkonen and Vettel a few years ago when they collided. And Warren has to skip across the inside.
That looked like it might be rejoin of the century, by the way.
So behind, can Hammer hold on against Soltacek? It might be a penalty for Hammer anyway later on, so it probably doesn't matter. Soltacek loses out. But the winner today is David Toth. An easy race win, and the pole position was crucial because his teammates in the Impulse cars were having a war behind. And they get the top 3. Toth, Ola, Varga, all for Sazy. And that is what we thought might happen when the season started.
Yeah, I feel for Liska there. But, I mean, it was all fair. It's just difficult when you're fighting that many teammates. Like I said, one of the cars showed his nose a couple of times, and you're not... These games can be played, and there's not a lot you can do. I was really impressed with how Liska handled it all, but in the end, it was just too much. And Solskjaer didn't really finish where his pace showed. Again, difficult.
So it was a 1-2-3 in the pros for Sazy. It was a 1-2 in the pro-ams as well. And then it was held as Sequeira, who beat Daniel Patterson, actually, which, considering that Patterson, I think he had a rubbish race 1. I think he was at the back after lap 1 in his heat. And so to come back like that to a P20 overall is a really good result.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happened with that Colby Warren. I suppose we haven't got time. But yeah, I saw them two dooring each other a little bit. I mean, yeah, Colby was... they were fighting heavily, let's say.
Here's the results then. Toth ahead of Ola, ahead of Varga. Gazer, Maroch and Beck, the top 3 in the Pro-Ams. And it was Sequeira, Patterson and Clays, the top 3 in the Amateurs. Congratulations to all those drivers. And we'll get some interviews with some drivers as well. But none of them have joined us so far because they don't like us as people. A very tactical race, that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see this theme a lot. I'm sure one of the teams is going to contact Philip Ham and be like, look, come on.
Like, here's... say a figure.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah, how much do they want to win? Because, yeah, they need numbers, honestly. So if they could get... Yeah, I don't know why Hammer left Impulse before, but hopefully that can be mended for a season. Get Corey Lazarus in there as well.
Corey Lazarus had a lot of bad luck this season. Yeah, driver I was really impressed with that race. Rafael... Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Soltacek?
Yeah, it's tough. There was a lot of CZ drivers, a lot of... Yeah, I thought he did really well. It's just it didn't land this race. But yeah, shout out to Sequeira, the AM driver, P18. I think that was really 2.5k. The drivers ahead of him 666, 4476, 97. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive. Definitely his track. Not sure how well our picks did.
No. I don't think we've won today, unfortunately. So we move on to next time. We'll get one eventually this season. We're going to have a chat with Nick Horn, who has joined us now in the virtual interview box. Welcome, Nick. Congratulations. A really nice B-Fun. I think you ended up in 13th place, and you sounded very pleased with the racing that was going on out there.
I was, yeah. I feel like I'm your roving reporter from the back of the grid. Yeah, no, it was great. Like the heat was terrible. I locked up going into turn 4, and took someone out, so I'm expecting a penalty, and I was I just kind of drove around to the back, bit demoralised, and then the B final, a lot of carnage in front of me. Managed to pick up a few places, and then I was just kind of really focused on trying to maintain as good a position as possible. Quicker people, I was just letting them pass as best as I could because I knew I couldn't. There's no point fighting them. Trying to get a bit of a toe and just trying to maximise my. I think I was almost in the top 10 at one point. So I just trying to maximise that position I ended up in.
How was it with the off tracks today? Were you close to getting a drive-through in either race?
Not really, no, which is unusual for me. I think, I was just I was keeping it really tight inside the off tracks, to be honest, because I didn't want to do a drive through because it's just embarrassing. It's bad enough being slow at the back without also getting a drive through.
We of course have Interlagos next and then Monza, but we've got 3 to be decided circuits. Are there any that you are particularly keen to race this season?
I reckon we should be really mean and do something crazy, like I don't know. What do you reckon? What's the desert track in the States? The one that's all grassy. My mind's gone blank.
I don't like Willow Springs, but
Willow Springs. Yeah, we should do Willow Springs. That just really wind everybody up.
Sonoma.
Sonoma. I do like Sonoma.
Sonoma would be good.
We could do Sonoma. Yeah, I'm down for crazy circuits. Unfortunately, we're boring and we copy the official series. But hopefully they throw in Sonoma for like their one in every 3 years to visit that track.
Maybe the next series you should have like a wild card round where you just don't follow the series, just for one race of the series.
I mean,
and have like a wild card round.
We announce it 15 minutes before practice.
Yes, yes, do that. That'd be amazing.
There you go. We're making season 14 as we speak. The problem is, like, sometimes you think, oh, maybe we have a voter track, but it's like it would just be Road America
or Spa.
Yeah,
because people are boring.
It's really boring. Exactly.
And
then, it should just be. It should be Apex secret vote behind the scenes, throwing an absolute curveball that terrifies everyone 15 minutes before it starts.
Yeah. Or maybe we tell you pick, Nick. You pick the track, and then you get to practice, and then, yeah. I think that's a good situation.
I'm 100% down for that.
Yeah, exactly. maybe a bit like in a pub quiz where whoever finishes last gets to pick a topic for the next week. Maybe whoever finishes last in the race gets to pick the next track. Maybe
that's a great idea. I can use my spoon to select a race.
Exactly. Well, I'm really glad that we've had this brainstorming session, and glad to have a chat with you, Nick. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Just again to my teammates being awesome, and no doubt I'll talk to you the next round to report from the back of the grid.
We look forward to it. Yeah, good work tonight, Nick, and yeah, best of luck for the next round.
Cheers, gents. Take it easy.
Yeah, let Nick.
Nick Horn there, very pleased with his result. Hopefully we see him in the A final at some point this season. I don't think he's ever got into an A final before, but he's come close. So
yeah,
he's another 7 places.
Yeah, he's getting there. You just can't turn off the iRating thing. Don't look behind you.
Sure.
There is no one faster than you. That's just, yeah, I mean, it's difficult because then sometimes you can make the bad judgment call.
Sure.
But that mentality changes over the years where you lie to yourself.
Sure.
I deserve to be here.
Well, no one else is coming up for a chat, unfortunately, it looks like. So in terms of Interlagos for the next round, one that you're a big fan of.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think the racing is going to be like? Because
what's the format?
It's heat format again.
Okay, yeah, so Interlagos typically has the heat, as we put it. The temperature usually is quite high.
But it will be in the winter because they're Southern Hemisphere.
Okay, so well then it's just going to be...
Might only be 50 degrees track.
It is going to be excellent race, and that last corner's changed a bit over the years. The off-track's been manipulated a little bit different. It just makes for good racing. Obviously, T1, we need to make sure there's no lock-ups. It can be difficult, because if you change line from the guy in front and peak up, yeah, you induce a lock-up, but it makes for good racing. So I'm very excited. It's always difficult to set your setup here in Interlagos. You feel like you need speed for the long uphill straight, but without cornering and downforce, there's a massive section of track where you're just too slow.
We have another driver who'd like an interview, and it's our 4th place driver in the Pro-Ams, Dominic Beck. Would you like to take this one?
Yep, let's go for it. Hello, Dominic. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. Talk me through it. So P4 in Pro-Ams in the final there. How was it? How did you find the track?
It was really difficult. A lot of chaos, a lot of things to avoid, but was really fun. I had a lot of fun.
Is this a track you normally enjoy, like off-track wise?
I don't really like this track, but
Yeah,
was okay.
no, it's understandable. How did you fare last week at Spa? So you have to forgive me. There's so many drivers, and this is only round 2.
All good. No, last race I didn't drive because my PC was broken. It was not so good.
I think he was in chat telling us, right? Was that you?
Yeah, I was in chat.
Yeah, I remember you now. Then see, I remember you now. I've got you.
Yeah, all good.
And Smilia Esports, do you have a teammate in this, or are you going this alone?
Yeah, it's Leon Weigel, but he, I think, didn't drive the last race. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Interlagos next week, track you enjoy?
Yeah, I love this track. I really love it. So
yeah,
could be another good one.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, you must be chuffed with your finishing position, because although I said P4 in Pro-Am, P14 overall is a really solid result. Is that what you expected? Because the Pro, I mean, it's completely stacked. I mean, I think 6.1k would still see a driver in Pro-Am. So you must be pleased with your overall finish.
Yeah, I'm really surprised because I thought maybe I'm more like way behind because my pace was not good in the training, but I mean, if you avoid everything, you can get in P14.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Are you a fan of this format, the heat format, or do you find it a bit tiring, or is it make for good racing?
It's good. It's first time driving this format, but was really good. The heat was good. Was good.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, yeah, congratulations on your race. Are you going to see out the whole championship? Are you free for the rest of the races?
I should be free, but I'm not sure. I need to check.
Understood. All right, well, thank you for joining us for the interview. Is anyone like to give a shout out to?
No, not really. I just had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed
it. Brilliant. Well, hopefully we'll chat to you next week, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Maybe
Dominic.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Yeah. Ciao. Dominic there. Lastminute.com interview, but we snagged it in just before the end of the broadcast.
Yeah, good to have a chat with him. The team name is named after Weigel's dog, I think, is called Smilia.
There you go.
And that is why, because I said Smiler esports in round 1, which is not how you pronounce it. So I think you pronounced it right. So yes, very good to have that team involved. So I think that is actually it. So thank you for tuning in. Of course, thanks to Apex Racing Academy for sponsoring this series. Check out their links, as well as links for Apex Racing Simulators and SDK Gaming and Apex Racing Team, and of course Apex Racing League as well. Do join our Discord. Link to that is in the description below, and then you can see whenever we announce a new series. Of course, check out the late Apex as well. That was recorded earlier today. Check out the channel and watch all the streams, because we've got so many streams.
Watch them all
On Apex Racing 2, which cover Porsche Cup. So if you are into Porsche Cups, then you can check out the Simware Porsche Cup League or the Danny Lee GT Omega Porsche Cup League as well. Of course, follow our social medias as well on Instagram, Facebook and X. And yeah, of course, tune in next week when we have the Touring Car Championship, which will be hosted at Snetterton, round 3 of the season for that. But that is it for us here from the Apex Racing TV Esports Studio. I've been Sam Fitzpatrick, alongside me has been David Sampson, and we'll see you back for round 3 of the championship at Interlagos in a fortnight's time. See you then.